A beautiful, bright, sunny day here on our small farm in Buffalo Mills, Bedford County, Pennsylvania. It's late August. The temperatures are perfect. We've been getting a lot of rain. Leslie and I just moved onto this land about 3 months ago, and we're really happy here. I want this video to be a short overview of all the work we've done so far and what our farm, which we're calling Green Fiddle Farm, has produced so far and what some of our future goals are. We have about 30 acres here. You can see the forest sloping up towards the top of the mountain, and we also have cleared pasture type area further down towards the road. This is our second batch of chickens that we've raised. These are Cornish cross broilers. At 6 weeks they weigh about 4.5 pounds, and we've been raising them in these pens that we move each morning to a new section of grass, so they get to benefit from all the bugs and the fresh grass that they eat, as well as their food that we have mixed up by the Bedford Farm Bureau. It's all natural, no medications, no growth enhancers of any type, and they've been doing really well, and the chicken is just amazing. These are the pens. There's 40 to 50 birds in each pen, so they have plenty of room. Each morning we water and feed them and move them with the help of a dolly, and we're hoping to expand this to raise a lot more chickens for people in the local area next year. And as we move them across the pasture, really makes the grass nice and green, and it's just going to grow back stronger every year with all that fertilizer. We compost everything we can. This is a 2-bin compost system that we build out of pallets, and we use local wood chip sawdust from Schaefer Brothers sawmill down the road as our main compost material. And from our first batch of chickens that we processed right here on the farm, all the extra waste went right into the compost bin, and that's the organs, the feathers, and so on. And there's no odor, and in 1 or 2 years this will be some super rich compost that we can use around fruit trees and on our vegetable gardens. These are the 3 beehive colonies that we've started this year, and we're trying to build up to get through their first winter. This is our first experience keeping bees ourselves, and we're trying to learn as much as we can. We've joined the local Allegheny Mountain Beekeepers Association, and there's a lot of good people there giving us information, and we have a mentor master beekeeper who's also helping us out a lot. We're really hoping that these bees will do a lot to pollinate our vegetable garden and also any fruit trees that we plant. It was just amazing that when these hives grow into their full capacity, each one could have 80,000 bees, and they're just working all day. And we're super excited about harvesting the honey and wax and enjoying all that. This is the smaller hive is one that actually helped a guy in the club collect out of a building, so we removed it from a structure where the owners didn't really want it, and we're going to try to develop it into its own colony and get it strong enough before the winter. These are our 3 pigs this year, relaxing in the shade. It's also our first time raising pigs, and so far we're doing pretty well. They're a couple of happy fellas. One lady, I guess I should say, and 2 boys. But they're probably at 120 pounds right now, at least. And they have a nice big run that's rotated to fresh area every 2 or 3 weeks, giving them lots of stuff to dig up and eat. And they're also fed a all-natural feed that the Bedford Farm Bureau mixes up for me. So this is what the ground looks like after about 2 weeks of pig rooting. This is what the ground looks like after the pigs are moved and I've cover seeded. This is about a week and a half's worth of growth. And this is what the ground looks like after about 4 weeks after the pigs have moved on and I've cover seeded. The cover crops come in really strong, and the next time the pigs rotate through this area they'll have plenty of forage to eat. System's working out really well. The future of eggs here at Green Fiddle Farm. These are young hens. They're only about 4 weeks old. I've assorted different varieties that will lay colored eggs. I think this is a barred rock. And there's a couple different kinds in here that will lay anywhere from a dark brown to a light brown to a greenish egg. And they're going to get moved out on the grass this week. This is also where we breed our baby meat chickens during their first 2 weeks. They stay in here to keep them warm and protected. Our laying hens eventually, once they grow up, will be moved out here with our mature laying hens out on grass, protected by a portable, movable electric fence. So we can move it to a fresh area every few weeks. And this is where we get our eggs. Really delicious, nutritious eggs. Thank you. This is the initial stage of our no-till garden project. We laid out hay bales and made it's approximately 15 by 25. And because it's late in the year, we're not going to be able to plant, but we're going to lay down cardboard to smother the grass, and on top of that we're just going to keep layering hay and grassy materials like that, and layers of well composted manure. We're going to let the whole thing act like a giant compost bin over winter and into early spring, and hopefully in the spring we'll be able to plant into nice fertile ground without tilling or disturbing the layers of the ground that is already there. So we learned this technique at a few farms that we volunteered on, and we're hoping that it works out well here. This beautiful field may be part of Green Fiddle Farm expansion sometime in the future. It's another near 30 acres of just flat, green space that would be perfect for raising lots of chickens and possibly even cows and sheep. So we're looking into it as our farm grows, and it would just be make a great addition to the farm and allow us to produce a lot more for the community. And it comes with a beautiful red barn for lots of storage.